Hey guys, I'm coming to you really quick to make a quick video to talk about some of the things that you can experience with the car rental business. Like these are the things that are unexpected and the things that people don't tell you about. So let's start with tolls. Whenever you have the cars registered in your name, I'm sure that you have had a rental car, or you know somebody that had a rental car and they went through the tolls. Me personally, there was a time when I was in Dallas, Texas, doing a travel nurse assignment, and I got stuck on the loop on the interstate, and I was going through tolls, and I have never been billed for those tolls. Neither did my credit card that I had on file get billed. So things like this happen. I don't know what the company ended up doing with those, or even if the thing was working. I have no idea, but I know I was going through tolls. But I have here, I don't check my mail often, but I have here some tolls. Let's see. These tolls come from Florida. So toll enforcement or whatever, and I have 4 of them. 1, 2, and then 3, 4. So these tolls are connected to the cars that I have on rental. So I have looked at the bill for a couple of them. One of them is $8.50. One of them is $6. I think I looked at it already. This one is $6. Now, can't lie, I don't check my mail often. So these could be repeats of these. But for right now, I have to process 4 tolls I have to, process these tolls that I got that are connected to my cars. So these are some things that you need to take into consideration if you want to rent your cars out to people. And some other stuff that I got in the mail. So this is all the mail that I ended up needing to process. And this is all the junk mail that was in my mailbox. Terrible. But something else that I got in the mail was I need to respond to jury duty before I end up in a local jail. But this is a very interesting piece of information right here. It's called, let me see if I can, probably can't read it, but it says unclaimed abandoned notice of termination. So basically what this is one of the cars that I had on the fleet, we entered a process of buy here, pay here with the customer, and whenever he got done paying, he abandoned the car in a neighboring city over in Irvington, Alabama. And so what this letter is basically saying is the tow company took this car to a tow yard in Irvington, Alabama, and as of July 31st, the car was auctioned off. So this is a notification to let me know that either I need to come pick up my car and pay the tow fees, or they're going to auction the car off, and then at that point the car is no longer mine, and anything in the vehicle stays in the vehicle. It's a wrap if the car got sold. And if it didn't get sold, the tow fees are too much. Now the guy did owe a remaining balance on it, so that's why I don't like the buy here pay here setup. Now we do rental cars, right? So we don't have a legit buy here pay here. Even the people that do have buy here pay here, people say, oh, they're robbing them, they're charging them so much money. But if you end up in a position to where you're needing to buy here pay here, some things unraveled for you a few times, right? Because maybe you went with your own credit and it didn't work out, and then maybe you got somebody to co-sign and it didn't work out, and then now you're doing the buy here pay here. Not sure of the scenario, not sure of how it worked, but you tried your credit at some point. And statistically, these cars get taken back. And so this guy ended up going to jail, and then my car, like I said, ended up in the tow yard, and now it's gone. So not a fan of buy here pay here. I do have some other cars that I want to sell in the fleet that I have. Right now I have a total of 5 cars, and I do want to sell another one of them so that I can start the process of paying off my Mercedes, and it's not going to be buy here pay here with a stranger. Now I may consider doing it with somebody that I know, but no longer will I do it with a stranger. So tolls, buy here pay here, that's my story on those. Another thing is, like I said, I have 5 cars, and 4 of them are not being rented right now. 3 of them are at the mechanic, and I just need to follow up with him and just have more of a daily conversation, daily updates to see what I need to do to get those cars back on the road. So all of those types of things happen in the car rental space. So that's something that you should think about if you're looking to do this. Now, I'm not the only one that got tolls. Another consignee, he got tolls as well, and they have to be dealt with, right? Or you're gonna get a penalty. Mine, like I said, the 2 that I did open is $14. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pay them and go from there. But they can get to a point where they're more money than I want to pay, and then we need to hold the person that had the car at that time, hold them liable. So that's a little bit of the behind the scenes of the car rental business. And if you have some stories of people that rent out cars, please feel free to share them, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.